Cinema Classics is brought to you by the Gateway Film Center, 1550 North High Street, Columbus, Ohio. Further details and showtimes online at gatewayfilmcenter.org.
You didn't even look at your script one time.
Didn't I know?
I can't do that. The award-winning Cinema Classics is produced by John DeSando and Johnny DiLoretto. Listen to the shows and read reviews online at WCBE.org.
I'm John DeSando.
And I'm Johnny DiLoretto.
And this is Cinema Classics.
It is. Don't knock over your iPad there.
But you know something you do want to do?
Yeah.
Is remember us on Facebook.
Oh, yeah. Like us on Facebook. I don't know if they have a remember button yet, but you can like us.
All right, look at
Yes.
Big Deal, James Bond, Daniel Craig, Spectre. Can we look at the franchises? Not only that, have you seen it yet?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can weigh in a bit on that, but I'd like to look at what I think are the three prominent franchises.
There are other spy franchises?
There are.
There are? I mean, I know. Okay, let me guess what you're going to say.
All right.
These are legitimate franchises.
I think so. And not Seth Meyers or whatever his name is. Michael Myers.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, not that
So
stuff,
silly.
please.
Mission Impossible.
Got it?
And that's it.
Yeah.
No, what else?
Bourne.
Oh, the Bourne Identity.
Okay.
Yeah,
And Bond.
Bourne, Bond, and Mission Impossible.
Right.
And is there another one?
No. I would. There's the what is it? The Jack Clancy stuff.
Yeah, the
The
Tom Clancy.
yeah, and the John le
Okay,
Carre.
whatever. First of all, let's say this: that Mission Impossible and the Bourne franchises could not exist without the Bond franchises.
Okay.
The only reason that they exist is they're variations on that theme that just happen to play.
Well, for my criteria,
Yeah.
which
And I
would-
prefer the Mission Impossible stuff.
all right, and you're preempting me because that is my favorite, and I'm going to tell you why. In two ways, I assess these three:
Okay.
affect and direction. I think
Ben Affleck?
his buddy has the most affect. The Bourne,
Okay,
Character.
What do you mean by that?
I mean showing emotion,
Mm-hmm.
okay? I don't think Cruise shows emotion. I think he's cool, always together.
He loses his stuff all the time. The best scenes in the Mission Impossible movies are when he goes ape crap.
All right, what
Because-
about Bond?
When that scene with Philip Seymour Hoffman on the plane and he's interrogating him and Philip Seymour Hoffman is just toying with him and he loses his stuff and he just throws him across the room and dangles him out of the bottom of the plane. That's good stuff.
All right, then suppose since that is not working, my affect is not working.
I would say
I'm
the
sweating.
Bourne is affectless. He has no memory. He doesn't have any.
But
There's
that's
nothing.
the problem. He's always looking for himself. That's what I think
He's
is more. I mean, he's
narcissistic.
troubled through most of the films, and I think Bond, while it's getting too much affect in the sense that Daniel Craig is playing him too tight, too
I like
introspective.
that. I like
I
it.
don't like it that much.
I like that suddenly, for this brief period of time, it's not going to last. We're taking James Bond as seriously as we're taking Batman.
All right.
Let our heroes brood a little bit.
Who has the best directors in these three? The best directors.
Okay, the best directors so far probably have been associated with Mission Impossible.
Oh, you are good.
But recently, Sam Mendes directing
He upped.
the last two James Bond movies. All this most recent one is a mess, so I can't credit him with that. But Skyfall was one of the great James Bond movies of all time,
Yeah.
and one of the best movies of that particular year.
Most of the Bonds were by Guy Hamilton.
Mm-hmm.
And those
The
are
early
the
ones.
breeziest, yeah. Those are the earliest. And Michael Apted was one.
Yeah, but it's
So I'm saying there are three major directors, I think, associated with that. Now, you get to Mission Impossible, and there are a slew of great directors associated with, which, together with the fact that you have Cruise throughout,
right.
is one of the things that makes it feel rock solid to me.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Bond is always iffy. Now, is it going to be a black Bond next? What's going to happen?
Right.
The Broccolis are always worried about what their franchise is going to do. This one,
And it's the longest most successful franchise in.
oh yeah.
So they're doing something right.
Oh, exactly. So how about this for directors in Mission Impossible?
Mm-hmm.
J.J. Abrams, right?
Yeah.
He did the third. Christopher McQuarrie,
Yeah.
Brian De Palma,
Right.
and John Woo and Brad Bird.
Yeah, it's a mixed
Holy,
bag, actually.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
a really diverse.
But these are well-known directors associated with this.
Well, that's because Tom Cruise is hiring them.
Yeah.
He's got the power here.
Yeah.
He has the power over that franchise in a way that no Bond actor has ever had
I know.
power over that
I know it.
franchise. And Matt Damon, you know, I let's be frank. These Bourne
As
films,
opposed to when we're not.
yes,
Right.
right. I'm hiding behind all kinds of stuff. Those Bourne movies are a drag. I don't like them.
Well, yeah.
I mean, can you remember one thing out of
No,
any of
because
those
he can't
movies?
remember anything either. You know, it's all amnesia, the whole darn thing.
Yeah, I don't know that there's a real that you could tick off character traits of Jason Bourne or point to anything memorable. I mean, it's a lot of fast and furious fighting, tight, you know, close quartered. That's all I remember.
Well, our literature professor, who was on our last show,
hmm
if you remember her,
Yeah,
Summer,
hard to forget.
would probably tell us there is a character arc with Bourne, because he starts not knowing anything and then gradually taking us through
Mhm.
100 films to decide who he actually is. There's some
How
arc
many
there.
films are there?
I don't know.
3 or 4?
5, yeah.
No, they're not
Yeah.
that many.
Well, you have Jeremy Renner going in there,
Right.
you know, so,
Okay, so you just proved my point that that James Bond is the only real spy franchise.
what about the now, I was going to say, the Jack Ryan stuff, you know, Tom Clancy's.
You would
Because he has your buddy in the first one, Sean Connery, right? The Hunt for Red
The Hunt for
October.
Red October. Yeah, that is a good one. That's the
You didn't
only
say
one.
that.
That's the only one I've seen.
Oh, the other one is The Recruit. What was it? The Shadow Recruit with Chris Pine?
Yeah, I didn't see it.
Kenneth Branagh was
No
the
one
director.
saw it. Right.
And I
Kenneth
did.
Branagh didn't even see it. He directed it.
So we have 3 franchises.
Mm-hmm.
We know we're going to have more Bond.
Yes.
And I believe that Matt Damon has said he's coming back for Bourne.
Mm-hmm.
Tom Cruise, we know, is in. And we suspect that Daniel Craig is out. If, when he says that he'd rather break this glass right here and open his veins with it,
Yeah.
rather than play it again.
Well, that's not going to happen.
Well, he's
He's
contractually.
contractually obliged to do it one more time. And, you know, I think that we're going to see maybe the best effort yet from him. But, you know, what's really great and notable about the Mission Impossible stuff is that Tom Cruise is now 55 years old. And when he's running up the side of an airplane and hanging off of it, that gives me, I just love that stuff.
Nobody gives more of himself to
Yeah.
the role than Tom Cruise. You are absolutely correct.
True showman.
And I think underrated
Mhm.
in many cases about this.
Yeah.
They say you and I always are come back exalted when we see it.
Yeah.
Isn't that guy great? But you don't hear that from anybody else.
Yeah, they're afraid to say he's great. So stupid.
Anyway, I think I'm exhausted. I feel like I've been running
Yeah.
with all of these guys.
This has gone on longer than the Bond franchise.
All right,